Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Word to my brethren all around the world watching this video. Hope you're having a great day today as you're tuning in. Do yourself a damn favor and hit that subscribe button down below, and surely you will not be disappointed. Let's get into it here on True School Sports. Anthony Joshua, okay? Anthony Joshua, interesting quote from him recently. Basically saying that he believes it's 50-50 right now whether he fights Deontay Wilder on April the 13th. Personally, I don't think it's going to happen, but he says he gives it a 50% chance that it will happen on April the 13th. Then, interestingly enough, he makes a very interesting, admission, something that he believes. And he believes, and he admitted that he will end up struggling to sell out Wembley Stadium if his next opponent isn't interesting to the fans. Now, we don't know. Well, okay, let me rephrase that. We know that the fights people, the boxing public, whether it be in America, the UK, really want to see Anthony Joshua, and it really is. It's a very small pool of options. It's either A, Tyson Fury, or B, Deontay Wilder. Anything outside from that, I think will struggle to sell out Wembley Stadium. Dillian White does good numbers, but I think even that will struggle to sell out Wembley Stadium. So with that being said, Anthony Joshua has an option. It's either fight one of those two guys in Fury or Wilder, or he can go to America and fight Jarrell Miller and make his U.S. debut, which will sell out, which will do good numbers, and will do wonders for his profile. Now, that's what I think is going to happen next. But it's interesting to hear it from the man himself that he thinks that he's going to struggle to sell out Wembley Stadium, a place that he's always sold out since he became a headline kind of a fighter. You see what I'm saying? So, and that kind of goes back to what I've been saying on my last couple of videos about Joshua, is that in the UK at Wembley Stadium or the Principality Stadium in Wales, whatever big venue you want to talk in the UK, yes, Anthony Joshua do big numbers, but he's run out of opponents. I think that gone are the days where he can fight the Carlos Takams of the world and sell out 80,000 tickets. I think at this point, people know what they want to see. They know when they want to see it, and they want it now. And they want it to be Wilder or they want it to be Fury. So it is what it is there. AJ has been managed brilliantly. You cannot with any sort of sense in your head say that Anthony Joshua has not been managed brilliantly by Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing, and all the parties involved on that side. He's been moved perfectly. Like, if you said, Brendan, give me an example in boxing of how you should move a young fighter who becomes a world champion and build him into a star, and I would use Anthony Joshua's career, the steps he's taken, the shots Eddie Hearn has and risks he's called and taken. I would use his career as an example because it's been exemplary. It's been exemplary work of how you manage a fighter to the big stage in boxing. But like I said, gone are the days where Anthony Joshua can sell 80,000 tickets against Pulev. I think people want to see these guys fight now. All three of them, Wilder, Fury, and Joshua. They want to see those big fights. They do. There's no two ways about it. And people really aren't going to be interested in them fighting outside of that, because anything deemed outside of that will be looked at as second-tier fights, not as good, subpar in comparison to the best fighting the best. And that's what we need at this point. The Fury Wilder fight, interestingly enough, and that's why I say Tyson Fury was and is the X factor in this division. It was the turning point for the heavyweight division. He was the missing cog that the heavyweight division needed to set it completely aflame. And that's why, if you look at all the videos I've been making, it's been nothing but straight heavyweight boxing, because the heavyweight boxing division is on fire. It's on fire now, and we can't deny it. So, I don't know, man. It's interesting because Anthony Joshua has a lot of options, and I think he's in a, even though I think people are going to get tired of him fighting, not fighting Wilder or Fury. The fact of the matter is, he still does have options. You got to realize, okay, he can go make his U.S. debut. He can fight Dillian White in a rematch, or fight the winner of Chisora White. May not do the numbers that he's accustomed to doing at Wembley Stadium, but they're still going to be really good numbers. And then on top of that, one thing that I kind of think gets glossed over and overlooked by boxing fans, and this is kind of what I wanted to talk about. In the event, all right, in the event that he make his U.S. debut, and then after making his U.S. debut against Jarrell Miller, he decides he doesn't want to fight Fury or Wilder, it's very likely that later on, sometime next year, that the IBF will call Anthony Joshua to fight Kubrat Pulev as far as his mandatory. Because right now, Kubrat Pulev is mandatory. He's the number one ranked guy in the IBF, and we know the IBF is very strict about the mandatories. And I'm just saying that's a possibility that boxing fans may need to consider. If Fury and Wilder fight, or if Joshua makes his American debut, because right now, if he doesn't fight Wilder or Fury, then his next fight will just be a voluntary fight. It'll be a voluntary fight. Be fighting Miller, and then after that, the IBF might call mandatory, and you might see Joshua hit him with that kill hook and say, "I got to fight mandatory." You see what I'm saying? So, Anthony Joshua's career is in an interesting place. He's he's like 29, 30 years old, something like that. What is Anthony? How old is this man? I know he's like 29. I'm gonna say he's 29. Make sure I'm facts straight before I just spew out the mouth. Yeah, he's 29 years old. So he's 29 years old. He's in the prime of his career. So, if we look at this without our emotions, right? If Anthony Joshua, and I'm not saying this is right, I'm not condoning this. So, please don't go in the comments and twist my words up. But I'm saying if we remove our emotions and our feelings from what we want to happen, what we think should happen, Anthony Joshua doesn't need to fight Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury in 2019 because he's still relatively young. He's going to be in his prime even next year, so he can go fight. He can literally go fight if he want. I'm saying if he really wanted to, he can go fight Miller. He can go fight Pulev, and he can go and he can build his profile up even more, and then he can go fight those guys in 2020. I'm not condoning that. I'll never condone that because I think the time is now for these guys to fight. I think there's been enough building, enough marinating, enough talk, enough negotiations, enough of that bullshit. At this point in time, as I'm not speaking as Brendan the boxing reporter or the boxing guy. I'm speaking as Brendan the fight fan. Brendan the fight fan believes that it's never been more time than ever. Now has never been more of a perfect time for Anthony Joshua to fight one of these top guys. And I'm calling for him to fight one of these top guys. And in 2019, if we get to in 2019, if Anthony Joshua does not fight either Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury, we're going to have some serious problems here on True School Sports. We're going to be going batshit crazy because he should be fighting these guys. I don't know when he would think it'd be better to fight them than in 2019 because the heavyweight division is hot right now. If he wants to make his American debut and fight Jarrell Miller and build his profile up a little more, then so be it. Do it. I think it'd be a massive event here in America whenever it does come off. But then after that, you need to go fight one of these guys. And I know that. Eddie knows that. And Anthony Joshua himself knows that because why in the world would he sit here and say, oh, well, I'm going to struggle to fill out Wembley Stadium if I don't fight someone the fans think is interesting. You see what I'm saying? So he knows that. And this is a guy that's been selling out Wembley Stadium like nothing. It's been easy for him. He can go fight. He can fight me at Wembley Stadium and sell it out right now. See what I'm saying? So he's had that kind of star power. He's had that kind of draw. But everything in life, life is just one big pile of ebbs and flows. You have your peaks and your valleys. You have your crescendos, and you have your whatever they call in music, the low points. And I think unless he fights Fury or Wilder at Wembley, he's already reached the crescendo, the highest point, the pinnacle of the kind of scenes he can create at Wembley Stadium. It's not going to get any bigger than the Klitschko fight until he fights one of those two guys. And I don't think, regardless of how long they've had the date booked for the April the 13th, I really just don't believe at this moment in time that April 13th is the date for Anthony Joshua to fight those guys. If it happens and it comes off, great. I'll be ecstatic. I'll be over the moon about it. But I really believe in my heart of hearts that Anthony Joshua will be making his American debut next. And Eddie Hearn knows I'm making his American debut next. So that's my opinion. Anthony Joshua pretty much coming out and saying that he thinks he's going to struggle to fill out Wembley Stadium if he doesn't fight someone interesting. And when he says someone interesting, I think we all really know what that means is Fury or Wilder. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Anthony Joshua seems to be coming to the realization that he needs to really have one of these big fights in 2019 Hopefully it comes off for him because I think he's a fantastic fighter. He's a hell of a fighter. And he should be in these big, important fights. He deserves to be in these big, important fights to really prove if he really is the best heavyweight. Because a lot of people say he's the best heavyweight in the world. I think he's got a legitimate claim to the throne. But I also think Tyson Fury has a legitimate claim to the throne. And I've always thought forever, like since he beat Klitschko, that a fit Tyson Fury, a focused Tyson Fury is the best heavyweight in the world. And I think he'll beat Anthony Joshua. So hopefully that fight comes off at some point in time. But until then, we'll just continue covering all the news and all the twists and turns that boxing and the heavyweight division has to offer here on True School Sports. So let me know in the comments down below. You know, one thing before I close the video, I also want to say this. I haven't been doing a very good job recently responding to my comments. A subscriber that commented on my video brought that to my attention. And if I haven't been responding to your comments, guys, it's not because I don't want to talk to you guys. It's not because I'm ignoring you guys or I think I'm better than you. It's just I get a lot of comments and I look at them and I want to respond to all of them. And I mean like every last one of them. But it's time consuming. So I will be getting better at that again. I'm sorry if any of you guys may have gotten offended, but I'll be interacting with you guys more in the comments because I tell you guys to comment and then you comment. And then if I'm not commenting, it's kind of a dick move on my part. So just wanted to clear the air on that. And yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And I will respond to the comments down below. Take time to subscribe, like I say in every single video. You can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.